Okay, so you know how they fixed the fever case recently, and they tweeted, Hobbshi pointed out that the knife patterns were glitched because Dopplers and Doppler sub-finishes, so phase 1, 2, 3, 4, Ruby, Sapphire, and Black Pearl, were dropping way too often. And CS2 actually replied and said, you're right, when we released the fever case, there was a bug with the frequency at which different paint finishes were applied to knives. This has since been fixed. We won't know what fixed means until maybe a few months from now, the exact drop rates. Not looking too fixed, Bossman. Looks like upped odds of Tiger Tooth, Marble Fade, Ultraviolet, Rust Coat, and Vanilla. Vanilla shouldn't even be in this case. Rubies, Black Pearl, Sapphires are still being unboxed at same rate as P1 and all the normal phases. Phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. Woohoo! This clip was brought to you by Skins Monkey. Trade your skins on Skins Monkey to change up your loadout because you get a 35% deposit bonus if you use code Anomaly. You also get up to $5 free for your first trade, so use the link in the description to start trading now because it's really easy for you to get new skins if you don't like your old ones. Just look how quick that trade was. And thank you once again Skins Monkey for paying for the clip's channel editors. Basically, when you get the knife, it's a 1 in 6 chance at any of the patterns, and then if your pattern happens to be Doppler, chance is then spread between these 7 patterns. That's not what happened now. There was a bug which frequency at which different paint finishes were applied to knives. These 7 patterns are now all equal, which means you don't have a 2% chance for a Black Pearl. It's all like 14%. You have a 14% chance for a phase 1, you have a 14% chance for a phase 4, 14% chance for a Ruby, and you have a 14% chance for a Black Pearl. Maybe it is intended after all. Yeah, I'm starting to think that too, but might as well try bring attention to this stupid idea. Stop complaining, please. I want affordable gems. We do have affordable gems. Go get any gut knife gem under 1k. Saying it's affordable when it's 1 grand is crazy. I am wondering why they're doing this. I have no idea if this is intended or if they're gonna fix this again. I doubt they'll fix it again. They already tweaked it once, and it looks like this might just be how this case is. If that's the case, it means Ruby, Sapphire, and Black Pearl from the Fever case are gonna be way cheaper than gems from other cases because they're gonna be so common. Opening up a Ruby normally would be 1 in almost 400 for a knife, then a 1 in 6 for pattern Doppler, and then a 9% chance for Ruby. The skin this affects the most, or like the pattern, would be Black Pearl, because Ruby and Sapphire should have a drop chance of 9%. If they now have 14%, you know, it's a pretty big increase. However, Black Pearl going from 2% drop chance to 14% drop chance, that's very, very insane. Talon Black Pearl has a total supply of 242. Obviously, they're gonna add these shattered web Doppler finishes, chroma finishes to more cases in the future, I believe, like they almost always do, like Prisma 1, Prisma 2. If the Black Pearl from these new knives is 14% instead of 2, we won't have 242, we would have 7 times that. So we would have 1,700 Talon Black Pearl, almost. That is obviously gonna affect the price. I'm not gonna say if that's good or bad. I quite like the fact that Black Pearls used to be really, really rare, but at the same time, don't think they look good enough to be that rare. I don't know, it's just a weird situation. I guess in a few months, we're gonna see what they do. Are they gonna patch it again to make sure that the Doppler sub-patterns are fixed? Or are they just gonna leave it be, which means a Black Pearl is going to be the same rarity as a phase 3? I don't know. Did Valve really bring the gem rate back to normal? Currently, skins indexed by UPin don't reflect that change. No, they didn't. They only increased drop rates for non-Doppler skins. So they didn't change any of the phases. Phase 1, 77 of them listed. Ruby, 91. Huh? I think it's weird how Valve can just like, oh yeah, by the way, we changed the odds of our kid casino, by the way. That's like if they start dropping like hella Gungnir's in games now, and then they're just like, oh yeah, sorry, by the way. It's like, what? Ruby, Black Pearl, and Sapphire used to be a very rare and very expensive skin to get. However, if you can get it for really cheap from the new case, the hype for the old ones would kind of fade away a bit, because if you see it all the time, it's not that interesting.